Joelle had never liked it here. Beth and Amy have never enjoyed this place either. I don't really understand them, though, because I think it's quite beautiful here. You know, we have a nice, cozy home out here in the forest. It's lovely, secluded, quiet, and lost in time. Lost in time. See, that's what I love the most. From the moment we moved in, it seemed like time had frozen. For the longest time, my sisters and I wouldn't believe it, but now we're convinced. You see, we didn't always live here. We came from a very far, far away land. From birth, we had abilities, magic abilities. We were all raised on different elemental specialties. See, Joelle is very hot-headed and aggressive, perfect for fire. From a young age, her conjuring skills were incredible, and she was almost unbeatable in combat. Almost. Yet Beth saw to it that she knew her place. Beth was a fan of water and ice magic. Cool, smart, and relaxed. She'd go onto the dueling grounds and take on Joelle, especially after their usual arguments. She won every time, but Joelle was stubborn and often asked for a rematch later that week. And the cycle repeated, as expected. Our people were strong, and our land, a place far away from Hyrule, always had a deep connection with the mystic. My other sister, Amy, was a woman of wind and earth magic. She was far stronger than Joelle or Beth, and often, in her cockiness, looked to me for a challenge. Of course, she lost every time. Not that she was weak in any way, really, but I, being the oldest, far stood over all of them. I was a practitioner in the dark arts, shadow magic. My late mother was not very happy, of course, but shadow magic is a deep practice, and I eventually gained her and everyone else's respect. I very quickly overtook my younger sisters in our race to master our elements, and through many duels, wins as well as losses, I was quickly the head of the family after Mother passed away. Yet one day, a man of great evil came to our beautiful home. He brought hordes of monsters and demons. His black magic skills were far more advanced than mine and even our strongest mages. His coming was the beginning of a war that raged for what felt like forever. And we fought with all of our might, yet we fell. In the end, me and my sisters ran, leaving behind a smoldering homeland. I still have nightmares of the leaving. I'll never forget his name. Ganondorf. All the innocents who died, all the noble magi who lost their lives, it was, and still is, the darkest day of our lives. We were still young and didn't know where we were going, but we had to find a new and safer home. And that's when we caught wind of a forest within deep magical roots in a land far away. So we went. We passed many sights, but in the end, the only thing that mattered was us finding our home. Find it we did, deep inside a hidden meadow. It was beautiful, old, and seemed safe. Safe from all harm. I swore to them that I would never let any more harm come to them. We were okay here, and that nothing else would be able to hurt us. It didn't take long for us to realize something was off, though. See, after a few years had passed, I realized that I hadn't aged at all. Neither had my sisters. Our hair hadn't grown either, or our heights. What was going on? My sisters lurked and searched for some magical glyph in the mansion, something freezing time, but eventually I figured out the truth. We were dead. We had died during the war. And my sisters couldn't believe me for, understandably, a long time. They cried and screamed, but we are eternal, and after a few months, they came to accept it. A sullen acknowledgement of a shattered past. So here we are. Home. A temple deep in a sacred meadow, in the womb of these lost woods. We will never leave, because we belong here. This is our home now. That evil man may find us someday, but until then, we will live in peace. My sisters and I are always waiting for a new dawn when we can go home and be happy once more.